Hey guys, RC here. Wanted to take a look at a new game that just released today. You may or may not have seen this on other YouTube channels, but this is a game that I am pretty excited about. I first heard about the game probably 2 weeks ago, and there was a YouTuber that I watch, Quill18. All props to him, and he was doing a short Let's Play, and also he has done a 5-part tutorial for the Easy Start to kind of walk you through how to play it. So again, this is not a Let's Play. This is not a tutorial. This is just kind of unboxing the game because it just came out today and it's a game that I'm very excited about. So it's released by Paradox. It is, they are, of course, the same company that released Cities Skylines, if you have played or seen that game. And it is a world builder, basically, and it's called Surviving Mars. And so much like SimCity or City Skylines, it is a builder of some sort. It also has some RimWorld aspects to it. So, anyway, if you are going to play it, I will put the links to Quill's tutorial. He was actually approached by Paradox to do the tutorial for the game, so kudos to him. Hashtag slightly jealous. But, hey, when you've got, whatever, 80,000 subscribers, compared to 270, yeah, you're going to garner a lot more attention, which is fine. So anyway, letting you guys know about it just in case you haven't heard of the game. And I am kind of thinking one of my subscribers, Tyler, out there, might be into this game because I know he's into the RimWorlds and stuff. So let's just kind of take a look at the game and see what it looks like. Again, this is not a Let's Play. It's not even a Let's Try. It's just to kind of let you guys know about the game. I may do a series on this at some point. I will definitely be playing this game today. And I have been watching Quill's videos. On his Let's Play, he just released episode 10 this morning. And as I said, there's a 5-part tutorial. So we're going to go with the new game. Now, Easy Start, as he points out in his tutorial, is the same as doing a new game and then going with the easiest start. But this way we do this so we can kind of check everything out. The graphics are pretty nice. And the key thing up here is to check out the difficulty bonus. So you can kind of choose your own difficulty level. So you first start off with your mission sponsor. The default is the International Mars mission. If we click on that, you get the list, and each, you have set different companies, different corporations, and there's a little pop-up window that talks about how much money you start with, how much research you get per soul, which is a Martian day. And that's actually true. They actually call a Martian day a soul. So if you've also seen the movie with Matt Damon, The Martian, kind of like that. Anyway, you can see here with the International Mars mission, you start off with 4 rockets, very easy difficulty. You start off with 30,000 Mars bucks, 300 research per day. So you can kind of go down and you can see the various changes. China, only 8,000 Mars bucks. The US, 10,000. Europe, 6,000. So, and then Paradox Interactive is supposedly the hardest one with 1 starting rocket. All right. But you can see, you can discover more breakthrough anomalies. Researching a breakthrough tech grants applicants to come to Mars. And you can see that's a 220% difficulty bonus for that game compared to the International Mars mission of 20. So basically, they look like they're in order from easy to hard. So, do you want to be a country? Do you want a government sponsor? Do you want a corporate sponsor? So anyway, let's see. Can buy applicants with funding. Additional rockets are cheaper. Probes can discover deep rare metal deposits. That's actually pretty good. And deep metal extraction is bonus tech. So I want to start with them. And then you go into your commander profile. Again, a long list. And this will change your difficulty bonus as you scroll through the list. Basically, this is you as the main character. And it gives you the changes to how you interact with the game. So drones are optimized to work and construct faster until Sol 100 or day 100. A day is the equivalent of roughly a year in the game, just, time compression. So autonomous hubs no longer require power or maintenance. That's actually pretty good. But anyway, you can scroll through here. Arcology unlocks a residential spile. Fuel production increased by 1/4. Domes consume 25% less water. Doctor. That's actually pretty good because it's hard to make Martian babies. I'm kind of wanting to pick what I'm going to play here, but I also want to get through this, and being that I haven't actually seen this, so I'm just going to go back and pick my own thing. All right, so random. And then the Colony logo. You have the Mars Express, the Voyager, Final Countdown, Serenity, Mr. Handy, for those of you Fallout fans, I guess. Curiosity, One Small Step, Mars U, Family Values, the Paradox logo, Brussels sprouts, Bio Robot, and Don't Panic. I'm going to go with, I like that one. All right, and your storyline. All right, so you have a random, none, the power of 3. Now, it doesn't tell you what the storyline is, so this would actually be, again, you see the difficulties for this, but I think this gives you, I think what Quill said was this gives you kind of like your goal at the end of the first 100 days. And I don't think the game ends there, but it, Beyond Earth, Inner Light. Let's go with Beyond Earth. All right, so, you basically pick your level. So you can see now we've gone from a starting difficulty of 20% to a difficulty of 100%. So there's our spaceship with our logo on it. And you start with, this is your initial payload. So the rocket's already en route to Mars, but you now choose what to put on it. They have started with 2 prefabs. And one is a drone hub and one is a fuel refinery. Typically, whatever they give you seem to be at least on the right track. It may not be min-max optimized, but you need to produce fuel for the rocket to fly back to Earth. So starting with a prefab fuel refinery, you do not have to have the raw materials gathered on Mars for that. And also a drone hub. Drones are the ones that do all the work at the during the course of the game, all the building and maintenance. So that's going to be important. They also have an RC transport to move resources around, a drone hub gathers resources, constructs building, performs maintenance. 10 polymers, 20 machine parts, 10 electronics, and 8 orbital probes. The orbital probes basically allow you to build these in certain quadrants of your zone, and it speeds up your ability to scan that area and see what's there. So, 8 of them, and it works in a surround with a radius. So 8 of them, you can probably cover most of the map. You can always build more. Electronics, machine parts, and polymers, these are your advanced building blocks that are needed to actually build domes to live in, buildings, whatever, machinery shops. And then they're also used for various maintenance and upkeep. Everything on Mars continually deteriorates, and so you have to replace those. So you have to eventually build these buildings and bring in humans from Earth to actually work them to build more of these. If you run out, you're basically screwed. All right, so we're going to go with the default. Everything that we just bought cost money, so that comes out of our initial. In fact, you can see right here, that comes out of our initial 8,000 Mars bucks. So, or 9,000 or whatever we had. So we have 7,770 Mars bucks left, but there's no room for anything else. So we'll have to either have another rocket come in, and we're going to rename this. So this will be the Cajun Express 1. There we go. All right, now we'll go next. All right, this is Mars. So now you select a site. Now the thing is, it's giving you it looks like based on your difficulty that you've selected as your starting level, it has given you various locations to make it, in that difficulty level. Now you can pick somewhere else. For sure, you can pick anywhere at random. So if you just see a spot like, oh, there's a big crater right there, want to go there. Well, it tells you how many metals they have, how much concrete, how much water, and then your threat level. So being that it's my first time playing, I really don't want a lot of threats just as I learn the game. So we do have a mean temperature of negative 15 degrees. And you know what? I wish I should have checked if I can change that to Fahrenheit. I will check that at some point. But there are 4 types of threats. You have dust devils, dust storms. So dust devils are tornadoes. Dust storms, exactly what it sounds like, a storm of dust clouds. Meteors and cold waves. You're in outer space with little to no atmosphere. You can have extreme cold set in. Now, ours is very low, so that may or may not happen. Meteors, so we can have meteor showers. Meteors, of course, can hit buildings and hardware and destroy it, damage it, and those have to be fixed. It can kill people, whatever. So, things of that nature. Quite a bit of water, a lot of concrete, a lot of metals, and that's good. So that's a good place to start. Let's just kind of spot check anywhere else. So less metals, more water. More water. See, I'm not worried about concrete because it seems to be relatively easy to come by. Water's very important, as are metals. Let's see, what about here? I think dust devils might be the least, and you can see as I mouse over. So what these do is they deposit sand on your equipment and buildings. If it gets on a solar panel, well, the solar panel may not generate electricity anymore or power. And if you don't have power pushing oxygen, let's say, into your dome, then everybody suffocates. So, that has to be cleaned up relatively quickly. So things of that nature. That looks like a pretty decent start point. I would like more medals though. So let's see if I can find. I'm going to go with that one. Lots of medals, good bit of water. I think that was our first option anyway. And we start. So basically, again, the rocket was already en route. You can tweak its payload, and that's pretending that you've already done that beforehand. All right, so you have your speed controls, informational stuff, your day counter. The bar, if it's blue, that's nighttime. Yellow is daytime. And I want to say that I actually looked up what a sol was while I was watching The Martian one day, and it's like 26 hours or something like that. So it's not extremely longer than a regular Earth day, but basically, you know, like every, I don't know, 12 days, it's like a whole nother day has happened. So let's see. This kind of gives you your update. Everyone at Mission Control is impatient to see the rocket touching down. There's no humans on this initial rocket. It's just robots. Robots will set everything up, and the goal is to, and it tells you, water, oxygen, and power. And at that point, then you can bring in your first rocket of settlers and workers, and then they will, you have to wait 10 sols, so about 10 years in game, to actually bring more. And the more the fewer rockets we have, you know, then we have to actually send a rocket back if we only have one. So that's where the difficulty level and the group that supports you, you know, like the easy one has, I think, 4 rockets. Some of them only have 1. So we'd have to actually fuel up the rocket, send it back, have it get back, and then send it back again. So it's, you know, takes a lot more time. So anyway, again, this is not a tutorial. I just kind of wanted to get to this screen so you could see it. So this is our game grid for the game. You can, you know, choose whatever, you know, the rocket is flashing right here. If you look at it blinking, it's ready to land. And so we want to pick an area that, you know, looks good. Now, the only thing we know, we can scroll in here, and I'm going to scroll out just a little bit. So you can't really build in these areas that have rockiness. Has to be pretty flat. So there's an anomaly right here. That's concrete. Now, concrete is a base building block. So we have 1,600 units of concrete, 79% buildable area in that zone, and 98 metals. Now, that is the only area that has been scanned. Now, you notice it's yellow. So let's see just if we can look around. And we may not know any. Ooh, there's a big crater. Wouldn't want that meteor to hit us, right? So honestly, that is the only place we could truly land because it's all we know. We know we've got to have something, some metals and concrete in order to build. So we're going to land our rocket, and you can see around it, you have that little blue outline. That is the radius of the drones on that rocket that it can work in. All right, so we don't want to cover anything. And you can see over here, I can't build here because it's uneven terrain. We don't want to cover we don't want to land on the deposit because then you can't work it. So I'm going to land it right down here because right there, maybe. There we go. If you notice these little black rocks right here, those are surface metal that the drones can pick up right away without drilling for it. but it's also within reach of the, it's also within reach of that concrete deposit. So let's go ahead and land right there. And that's basically the start of the game. So you can see we're daytime right now. Okay, and 25 Earth hours is the exact. So about every 24 days, you pick up another, you lose another day. So everything has a boundary, a distance that it can work in. So that's something to pay attention to. Again, that's all I kind of wanted you to show you guys. I wanted you to see the game itself. Let me pause it here. So Surviving Mars, I'm really excited. Like I said, I saw it about 2 weeks ago. I kind of dwelled on it because I already own City Skylines. I got a 10% discount because I already own it. And I think that special on Steam is running until the end of March. So today's the 15th. So happy Pi Day yesterday. But so till the end of the month, I think is what Steam is doing. You can get 10% off, or, you know, put it on your wish list, and, you know, eventually it'll probably go down in price, but probably not right away. But anyway, there we are. I will put links to Quill's tutorial if you guys want to check that out. And then, like I said, I may at some point do a Let's Play. Just going to depend on what I've got going on. And, you know, I want to make sure I can commit to doing it for you guys, you know, pretty semi-regularly. So anyway, hope you're interested in the game. I'm very interested in it. Can't wait to start playing. Looks pretty simple to play. I know there will eventually be a lot of controls and things that we have to do. But you know, the tutorial really walks you through a lot of the basics, basically the build menu, and this will actually expand over time as well, you know, and you have all these different areas that you can build in. You also have the map overview, the resupply. So we have 2 rockets. So one's on Mars, the other one's on Earth. So we could send our passengers now. We could send more cargo. Definitely don't want to do that, right? Not right now. And then research. So this is a screen you will spend a lot of time in. Basically, you can queue up to 5 researches, and as you move from left to right, they get progressively more expensive. And it doesn't end here. I mean, literally, yeah, if I scroll over, you can see it goes all the way over to there. And you can see we start off with a lot of, you know, a couple of these bonuses because of the group that we chose to support us. So depending on what you choose, those will be different. And the other interesting thing is the order that they appear is completely randomized. So like right here, we have low G fungi, which is a crop that grows outside and it grows daily. All right. Basically, you know, you're growing Martian mushrooms and you harvest those every day. Right now, this is our first biotech research available, but if I played again, it might not be there, and it may, in fact, be the very last one that pops up, meaning, you know, it may be 40,000 research points to learn, whereas right now it's only 1,000 here at the beginning. So, and then every time you research one and finish it, the next one will pop up. It will unlock the next one. And again, that will be completely randomized. They'll all be the same, but they're randomized as far as the order it comes out at. And we do 100 research per day. So you can see that's 1,000. It'll take us 10 souls to research that. Now, there are some things that you can unlock in the future that will, these breakthroughs. And as you're scanning zones, you can unlock additional research bonuses. So that can increase over time to higher levels. I don't know how high it can get, but let's say right now we start with 100. Maybe we can get to 200 or 300 or 500 per day. If you start with another company or another country, maybe you do 500 a day. So you kind of have to pick and choose, because when you up something, you lose something else. So, but you'll spend a lot of time on this screen researching, and then also once we land and we can put some of our scanners out, then we can start scanning the surrounding areas, looking for more of these resource nodes and learning what's around us. And eventually we will actually scan every single sector here in our sector, and it doesn't expand beyond this. So, but there's a lot of building in here. I mean, just in this area, we could probably put, 3 or 4 domes if we were so motivated, right? So, it's, up to you. And I'm sure there's min-maxing that can be done. I don't know what that is because I haven't played yet. I've only watched the videos. But anyway, very excited. So I'm going to end the video now so I can start playing. But I wanted to let you guys know about the game. And actually, before I start playing, I've got to render the video and get it uploaded so you can see it. So thanks for watching. Leave a like for it. Subscribe to the channel. Let me know what you think about the game, if you're excited about it or not. Let me know if you're going to go buy the game. That would be excellent to know. And we will talk to you guys later. Take care. Bye.